have been studied, and now the UN-backed Electoral Complaints Commission, or ECC, says it's found clear and convincing evidence of fraud at more than 200 polling sites in Afghanistan's August presidential election.
Now that the Electoral Complaints Commission has published its orders, we expect the Independent Election Commission of Afghanistan to move swiftly to implement those orders and announce either final certified results or the need for a runoff as required by Afghanistan's electoral law.
The findings suggest President Hamid Karzai has dropped below the 50% voter threshold needed to avoid a runoff with his chief rival, former Foreign Minister Abdullah Abdullah. The election monitoring group Democracy International says close to 1 million votes cast for Mr. Karzai appear to have been invalidated. But Afghanistan's Independent Election Commission, or IEC, must now decide whether to confirm the findings or not. Wahid Omar is a spokesman for President Karzai.
What has been published today in the ECC website as a result of their work does not give an indication of what impact this is going to have on the results of the election.
The IEC was appointed by Mr. Karzai. There's speculation that the group will refuse to call for a runoff, continuing a state of post-election uncertainty. The U.S. has said it will not decide on sending more troops to Afghanistan until the election crisis is resolved. President Obama's spokesman, Robert Gibbs, had this to say.
And then it's going to be incredibly important, Jake, for the world to see that Afghan leaders are willing to make this process legitimate, and that's the process that we're encouraging.
Preliminary results showed Mr. Karzai winning the August 20th election outright, with more than 54% of the votes. However, allegations of widespread fraud held up the declaration of a winner. The electoral crisis coincides with a growing Taliban insurgency in the country. Laurel, Bowman, VOA News, Washington.